Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This time we have a different type of list. It's manhwas that you should bookmark right now, because they have immense potential. Because of that, a lot of these manhwas are still short, but don't worry because some of them already have a lot to read and others are expected to have mass releases. As you all know by now, we have a game where I add an Easter egg in the part of the video, and the person who finds it and comments it first will have his comment pinned and will be featured in the next video, so keep an eye out for it. Here's the winner from last time. If this video helps you out, or if you simply want help, and leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you're a fan of anime, manga or manhwa content. Without further delay, let's get into the top 10. Number 10 comes with The King of Bug. The main character is a down and out programmer at the bottom of the social chain. His daily work consists of fixing bugs for a game called New World. However, he secretly adds his own little Easter eggs in the game. Suddenly, the game somehow became reality. He has to rely on his understanding of the bugs in the game and the Easter eggs that he had set up. Can he successfully counterattack? As you can see, this manhwa only has 3 chapters, but so far the premises and the characters look really good. That's not to say that it will be amazing, but I'm hoping it surprises everyone. I also think it might have a mass release soon, because that's what happens with most new manhwa like this. I think it has some potential and hopefully I'm right and we end up with a great manhwa. Don't forget to bookmark it for when it has more chapters. In number 9 we have There Was a Hero. A hero and his party bravely ventured forth to defeat evil and meet El, the Lieutenant General of the Demon Army. El's sole life goal is to be killed by the hero so he can have a comfortable afterlife. But his unfortunate adversary is actually just a weakling who gets killed in one hit. One by one the adventurers fall, leaving their pregnant mage the only survivor, and in need of a new father for her child. Since El's dream of being slain by the original hero has gone up in smoke, he decides he'll just have to raise a better one himself. Thus, the two strike a bargain to take care of the baby together. A demon who knows nothing about parenting, a shrewd but inexperienced mother, and Dino, the cutest baby hero ever. What adventures await this odd little family? As you can see, this manhwa is more slice of life than anything else, but I do think it has an amazing potential. The story is very different from what you hear, and the characters are far from conventional. The male main character is a non-human, a lizard man, and there's the mage female main character. These two decide to raise a child, and to be honest, it's damn cute. The story has everything to go right with a mix of fantasy and slice of life. My expectations are pretty high. Number 8 comes with Fist Demon of Manhua. The main character is the sole survivor of a raid on his village. Has a lame leg, the worst possible condition for a martial artist. Nonetheless, he refuses to stop training. Whilst everyone around him tells him he cannot become one, he refuses to give up on his dream. Will he really be able to overcome his misfortune and become the best martial artist? This story has a standard beginning that I have seen in many other manhwa, but as you move along the plot, it becomes unique with every chapter. Obviously, you have a very strong main character with an unwavering will, but one of the aspects that this manhwa portrays very well is the fact that the actions have consequences even for the main character. The art is also very similar to Gosu, which fits the cultivation and martial arts genre incredibly well. I have been hooked on this story for the last couple of days. Definitely bookmark this one and expect great things from it. In number 7 we have Black Abyss at Dawn. A door to a world of monsters emerge out of thin air. Those who possess superpowers now bear the responsibility of fighting them. The main character, known as the Strongest, died during a mission. After his rebirth, a mysterious system appeared in front of him. Follow his journey back to the top and to save humanity. Let me just say off the bat that I do like this manhwa. I've seen a lot of people saying that they don't, and the main reason is the main character. He's not the pleasant type and somewhat rude at some times. But this manhwa is in its early stages and I do think it will get better. The main character has a lot of room to improve, just like this manhwa, but with a plot like this I feel like if it goes the right way it's bound to become awesome, so give it a chance or bookmark it for later. Number 6 comes with Poison Dragon, The Legend of an Asura. The long history of the medical sect is followed by complete and utter annihilation. In a hellhole of despair where corpses pile up like mountains and blood flows like the seas, Asura finally awakens. I will kill every single one of them. It won't be over until I've killed them all. This is the story of the sole survivor of the medical sect. Follow his lonesome path to vengeance. This is a great new revenge story, mainly because of our main character. He's super composed and very smart. Adding overpower to that makes this a very enjoyable main character for me. Another aspect that also makes this manhwa enjoyable is the antagonist. Different from other cultivation manhwas, this one actually gives a lot of mystery to the antagonist, make you engage even more with the story. Between that and the art, this is a great manhwa that you should definitely read. In number 5 we have Capture the Golem and Escape Poverty, or Golem Dungeon Rush. The main character is a hardworking boy who is struggling to support himself and his sister. So when an old friend asks him to try out a video game with hideous monsters called Golem, he gladly takes a break from reality. Then these golems show up in real life, killing and destroying everything in sight. They are terrifying, but also full of treasures like gold and diamonds that people are dying to get. With his knowledge of the game, his objective is to take these monsters down. The hunt is on, but will he survive? I really enjoy when the real world becomes a game. It's a different type of fantasy genre that really gets me engaged. The story is pretty fun, there's a bit of cliches here and there, but that's to be expected, but it does get you interested enough so you can want to read more and more. The art is quite unique. It changes a lot between comical and serious, but I didn't mind that at all, and the serious parts are very well drawn. Overall, it's a manhwa you do not want to miss out on, so definitely bookmark it for later. Number 4 comes with The Legendary Mechanic. The main character, a veteran player of the game Galaxy, died unexpectedly in the middle of doing a leveling quest. He was transported to the game world 10 years earlier and became an NPC with the player's panel and was reborn in the base of the game's villain. In order to survive, he resolutely chose the mechanic occupation and concentrated on cultivation. Familiar with iterations and the rules of multiple versions of the game, he vowed to lead the army of machines, overthrow the villains, and rise from scratch to become the strongest. Now, you probably noticed that this story is not the most original, transported to a game world that you played before. It's something we have seen before, like in Bug Player, but what's different is that the main character focuses on a production job, just like in Overgeared. In this one, it chose mechanic, and that aspect brings a different vibe to the story. With that in mind, if there's a bit more action, I think this could end up becoming a very good manhwa, so definitely keep an eye out for it. In number 3 we have Player Who Can't Level Up. The main character awakened as a player at the age of 18. He thought his life was on track to success, climbing the tower and closing the gates, but even after clearing the tutorial, he was still level 1. He killed a goblin a day and was still level 1. Even after 5 years, he was still level 1. Who would have thought that this kind of player would exist? No one knew. We have seen plenty of manhwa like this, with gates and towers, but this one takes a different approach. No matter how much he tries, the main character doesn't level up until... well, if I said more it would be a spoiler, but do have in mind that the main character becomes quite overpowered. Not enough that he can beat anyone in the world, but the progress is quite good. You can actually see his development instead of him just getting stronger out of nowhere, and I quite like that. Many of you may know this one by now, but if you don't, definitely give it a chance, or at least bookmark it for later. Number 2 comes with Return of the Frozen Player. 5 years after the world changed, the final boss appeared. The final boss for Area Earth, the Frost Queen, has appeared. The final boss. If you can just defeat her, our lives will go back to normal. The top 5 players in the world, including Spectre, finally defeated the Frost Queen, but they fell into a deep slumber. 25 years have passed. A second floor, it didn't end when the Frost Queen died. Spectre awakens from his slumber. To give you a recap, there's dungeons around the world, and the top 5 players went to kill what was to be expected as the last boss. After they kill it, they went into a deep slumber, and one of them woke up after 25 years to realize it was just the first floor. Looking for a chance to awaken his friends, he starts climbing the tower again. Now, this is not entirely original. As you know, there's tons of manhwa out there like this, but I do have to say that this one is pretty well done. They explain everything and don't just gloss over important things, and the main character helps out a lot, since he sets a clear objective and goes for it. If you are a fan of solo leveling type of manhwa, you should definitely bookmark this one. And in number 1 we have Arcane Sniper. The main character was a sharpshooter or sniper, and he simply wanted to be a part of the army forever. However, due to an unfortunate accident, he became paraplegic and was tossed back into society. The revolutionary VR game Middle Earth presented a new life to him. Money obtained in Middle Earth has real worth value. Yet, he ruined his chance by selecting the lowest tier character. I'm not like the others, this is all I have. Black gunpowder, iron balls, and ramrods. I'll show you all what a real musketeer is. As you know by now, I love VR type manhwas. It's just as different from your classic fantasy and brings out a lot more. The reason why I love the Arcane Sniper is the main character and the plot. There's a clear reason to why the main character is playing the game and why he does things. Also, there's not many manhwa like this focused on snipers. I would even go as far as saying that this is the only one. since normally it's much more about magic and that type of stuff. The main character chose a weak class, but he makes up for it since he was a sniper in real life. This is definitely a gem and so far has not disappointed me one bit. If nothing else, at least give Arcane Sniper a try. Before we end this video, I want to take a moment to thank the members of this channel. You support me a lot and I can't even begin to thank you all for what you do and for this channel. Honestly, thank you for everything and I hope you continue to support me in the future. Now guys, this was the manhwa that you should definitely bookmark. Did you find any manhwa that you didn't know yet? Did you like it? Did you find the Easter egg in this video? If so, make sure you comment down below and you will appear in the next one. If this video helped you in any way, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to activate the bell so you don't miss any video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.